Hey guys, Phil here with Tennis Unlocked, and this is the video series where I take outrageous and spectacular shots that pros hit on their first try in major tournaments, and I see how many tries it takes me to complete them. I'll show you how you can practice these shots on your own and what I learned along the way, and hopefully it's going to help you improve your game. Let's get into it.
What? You gotta be kidding me with this shot. We got Nadal versus Federer in the ATP World Tour Final 2010, and Roger does that. Wow. Short angle, high backhand cross court. Sweet shot. Look at him wrap his racket around this thing. Whammo, cross court, full extension. All right, guys, let's take a closer look at how this shot goes down. So we have Rafa Nadal at the bottom of the screen. We have Roger Federer at the top of the screen. Nadal is going to hit a backhand to Roger's backhand. Roger's going to warm up his backhand. This is earlier on in the point. He's going to warm up his backhand with his standard center of the court semi-deep backhand to Nadal's forehand. Now, at this point, Nadal is going to hit his high, loopy, crazy spin, topspin forehand high over the net, dipping into the court. It's going to hit about a foot past the service line and kick up super high to Roger's backhand. Roger makes contact at about shoulder height with the ball and just wraps his racket around this thing and hits a laser beam winner, and Nadal just puts his head down and walks away. Let's take a closer look at Roger's footwork on this shot. Roger does a jump as Nadal is hitting the ball, ready to move in either direction. He starts moving to the left. He crosses over right, left, right foot, planting hard so he can drive up into the ball, gets airborne, and lands on his left foot hard, pushing back into the court in case he needs to get back to hit another shot, which he does not. Let's take a closer look at Roger's swing here. So Roger does his jump step as he's getting ready for the ball to come to him. He starts moving to his left. By the second step, he's going to have 1, 2, the racket is in ready position, 3, 4. He starts coiling in his shoulder to explode up and through the ball. Full extension. His chest is now open towards the court. Everything has uncoiled fully as he's moving back into the court. Let's take a look at how we're going to set this shot up. So first cone is going to be where Roger does his jump step, starts moving to the left. Second cone is going to be where Roger actually makes contact with the ball, which is going to be the outside of the doubles alley above his shoulder, about chin height. And the third cone is going to be where the ball actually lands, and we're going to try to get as close to that landing point as possible. That's the setup for the shot. Let's get out to the court.
All right, guys, welcome to the court. So I have Roger's shot set up here. I got my cone set up, and I have my pieces of tape for where I'm going to be putting my feet. So let's walk through the shot and see how this is going to go. So the first cone is right here where Roger starts the shot with a jump step. He's about a foot behind the baseline, and he starts moving to the left to go to his backhand side. So he starts moving to the left. He plants his right, plants his left, plants his right, and makes contact right about shoulder to chin height, wraps over the top of the ball, flies through the air, plants his left foot, and then starts moving back into the court in case he needs to hit another shot. So I'm going to break this shot down into different components, and we're going to put them all together at the end and see if we can replicate the shot. All right, guys, so let's try and do the last portion of the shot just so we get a feel for the swing and how we're gonna need to make contact with the ball. So I have a piece of tape here where I'm trying to throw the ball in order to get it to come about shoulder to chin height where Roger makes contact with the ball. So let's try a couple of these just to get a feel for the shot, see if I can roll a couple cross-court backhands here. So That one wasn't bad. I came over the top of the ball pretty good. That was a shank, no bueno. Let's try one more here. Okay, that was better. So a couple of things I need to be aware of when I'm hitting the shot, now that I got a little bit of a feel for it, is I need to keep my racket high. I think Roger does the same thing. He starts with his racket up high here, and then he continues going over the top of the ball. If you start it low here and then try to get over the top of the ball, makes it much more difficult. So I need to start with my racket high, come over the top like that. Also, I need to do a little bit of knee bend, which I didn't do. So knee bend, high, come over the top of the ball, and do a full extension. Roger gets full extension on this shot. That's why he's able to get over the top of it with power. So those are a couple of key things I need to be aware of when I'm doing my attempts. So let's try and incorporate the footwork now and see how we can put it all together. All right, guys, so now that we got a feel for the shot itself, let's try and incorporate the beginning part, the footwork, to get to the shot that we're gonna hit. So we have our starting position here where Roger does his jump. So he does his jumped, racket back, right, left, right, hit, and lands and comes through. The most difficult part of this is gonna be the toss, because I'm having to throw it from here all the way over here with height to get it to bounce shoulder height. So not all these tosses may be perfect, but we're gonna see what we can do here. So let's do a couple practice runs just to get a feel for the toss and the foot movement and everything together. So plant, toss, right, right. Okay, that one I tossed way too far back here, so that was no good. That was much better. Okay, I think I have a pretty good feeling for the shot. I'm gonna try out and see how many attempts it's gonna take me to replicate it. Again, if the toss isn't perfect, I don't think I'm gonna count it as an attempt, but we'll see how many I can get to land properly. So let's give it a shot. All right, guys, so now that I got a feeling for the different components of the shot, I'm gonna see how many attempts it's gonna take me to make this. So, and I'm gonna consider anything short and to the right of the cone to be a successful shot. There's about 2 feet to the right of the cone where the sideline is. So anything short to the right of that is gonna be successful, and anything long and to the left is gonna be unsuccessful. Also, I wanna make sure that I'm not hitting a loopy topspin backhand, because that's not what Roger does in his shot. So Roger doesn't hit a loopy topspin backhand dipping into the court. He powers through the ball. Of course, he's getting topspin on it because he's coming up and hitting over the top of the ball, but he's also powering through it. So it's a combination of those two things. So not just about where the ball lands, I also want to make sure I'm hitting through the ball so that it skids through the court like Rogers did. So let's see how many attempts it's going to take me. All right, guys, attempt number 1. Let's do it. Oh, so pretty happy with how I powered through that. The toss was okay. I think I made contact about shoulder chin height. All that was good, but it was out. So let's try and put all that together and get it in. Oh, okay. That was a little better. It was just long, and I got airborne on that one like Roger, so I think that's part of this shot. Oh, there it is. Whew. That was good. That looked good to me. 3rd attempt, not bad. I came through. Toss was pretty good. I think it landed about here, and I got the full extension, and I got airborne on it. Pretty happy with that 3rd attempt. I'm gonna try a couple more and see how it goes, if we can do it again. All right, guys, so I have my cone set up on the other side of the court. I'm gonna try and hit a few over there, get a different angle on the shot. One thing I want you to be aware of, and what I was talking about, is Roger's backhand ends up right here, but he doesn't hit a loopy backhand, so it's not a loopy topspin backhand. When his ball hits the court, it powers through the court. So that's why it's important to get that forward push into the court and really lean into the ball. Not only get over the top of it, but also get that forward movement into the shot. And part of that is the jump that Roger does. That helps you push the ball through the court. So I'm gonna hit a couple from the other side, see how it goes. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I managed to get a few good ones in from the other side. This is a pretty difficult shot that Roger hit here. I would say maybe 15 to 20% success rate. For me personally, I was getting in the groove towards the end. Once I figured out how all the components go together, it became a lot easier to hit the shot. It wasn't as necessarily as pure as Roger's, but I was getting them in definitely more consistently. I encourage you guys to get out there and try this shot yourselves. It's gonna give you a workout, I guarantee it. You gotta run from there to there, and you gotta jump at the end. So hit 10, 20 of these, and you're gonna feel it in your legs. Get out there, give it a shot. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe below if you haven't already for more content weekly, and I'll see you guys in the next video.